I gotta do whatever best for me, and what I'm doing is my destiny. No, all praises due, 'cause I'm nothing if it wasn't for you. Live life. All praises due, 'cause I knew it was you. Worked hard for it, but you made my dream come true. So why would I turn my back? Why would you have my back? Didn't know it then, but you was right there to cover slack.
How y'all doing? Welcome to Bad Boys, Good Men. I am your host, G Seal. Bad Boys, Good Men, I created it. It's a non-profit foundation that I created. Bad boys living a troubled life, tend to get in trouble. Juvenile sinners turning their life into good men. I hope y'all can hear me. The water in the background. But I think this was a good spot to talk about today's session, which is gonna be about self-worth. Self-worth. Now I'm gonna give y'all an example to the smallest degree. The smallest degree. Are you worth? Somebody told me this. A friend of mine told me this. A good brother of mine told me this. He say, bro, are you worth tater tots? Are you worth steak? So that kind of resonated in my mind, you know, like, man, I'm way worth more than tater tots. I'm a prime rib whole steak. Feel me? So after resonating that in and analyzing that and figuring that out and figuring out the work that I have, like, man, tater tots, that's like, tater tots ain't gonna get me full. Tater tots, I'm still gonna be hungry at the end of the day. So, I'm definitely worth the steak. I'm definitely worth the steak. My value is way worth the steak. Because I like to eat. And I like to stay full. So, I'm asking y'all, all you youngsters out there, and I just found out it's a lot of females following me as well. Men as well. I want y'all to ask yourself, do you know your self-worth? And is your self-worth tater tots or is it steak? Because I know my self-worth. I need y'all to know y'all. My self-worth ain't just dealing and putting up with anything anymore. My self-worth ain't just settling for less. My self-worth ain't just being content in how I am and how I'm living and where I'm at. My self-worth is way bigger than that. And I know that now. See, it's a difference when you don't know and when you know. I know that now. So ain't no way I'm gonna be content and just deal with anything or anything anybody give me. No. I know my worth. Some things, yes, I will let pass by. Money. All money ain't good money. You know the saying, you've heard it before. All money is not good money. But you have to know your worth to know that some money is not good money. You got to know your worth to know that some things and all things ain't meant for you. You have to know your worth that you're not just gonna settle with anything life got to give you. You have to know your worth that you're just not gonna be content. I'm just not gonna be content in life. I'm just not gonna be content in the way I'm living and how I'm living. I know my worth. I know I'm worth more. I know I'm worth way more than what things, some things people give me, some things people offer me. I know my worth is way more than that. And by knowing that, by knowing your self-worth, you're not gonna put up with anything. You're not gonna put up with what anybody got to give you. You're not gonna put up with what others handed out to you. You're not gonna put up with just any old regular price for you to do things. You're not gonna put up with the love a person gives you because you know your worth. And when you know your worth, you're gonna tell yourself, no, I'm way worth more than that. I'm way worth more than what you're trying to give me. I'm way worth than what you're trying to show me. I'm way worth than what you're trying to tell me, guide me. I'm worth way more than that. So no, I'm not gonna accept it. Call me bougie, call me stuck up, call me conceited. I know my worth. And that starts, just like I said in the last episode, it starts with loving you. You have to love you. If you don't love you, you're not gonna get self-worth. Because you don't love yourself to know how much you're worth. I talked about that in the last episode. But when you love yourself, you're gonna know your worth. You're gonna know that you're not worth McDonald's, Burger King, fast food. If that's what your worth is. Some people, it's levels. So some people, self-worth is way higher than others. You have to know your worth, that I'm not just gonna get taken anywhere. This person is not just gonna talk to me any type of way. I'm not just gonna put up with anything they say to me or anything they do to me. I'm not gonna get put up. I'm not gonna put up with how a person treats me. I'm worth way more than that. I'm worth roses. I'm worth diamonds for the females. I'm worth the money, the value, whether it be 20, 50, 100, 1,000, 150,000, a million, whatever it be. Know your worth. Don't just put up for anything. Don't just do anything for anything. Know your worth. Know your value. Know that life has more to offer. Life has more to give. Know that. Understand that. Find that. Find your worth. I guarantee you it's going to change. I guarantee you, once you find your worth, you are going to change. You are not going to put up with the things you used to put up with. You're not going to do it. Because your worth is not going to allow you to do it. Just say for instance, your worth right now. Me, my worth right now, I'm not going to sleep on this floor. I'm not going to do it. I'm worth more than that. I'm worth more than just sleeping out on the floor. Why? Because I tell myself that. Because I know that. I know what I'm capable of doing. I know that I'm capable of finding somewhere else comfortable, better to rest at. Not putting out to those that do decide to rest here. That's when you know your worth. Some work, like I say, some people's work is higher than others, But that's something you got to find out. That's something you got to know. Youngsters, am I worth What he trying to give me? Is it worth going to jail for? Is it worth getting shot at? Is it worth getting stuck up for? Is it worth police on my back, flexing me up, putting me in cuffs? Is it worth down there getting shot by the police? Is it worth going to jail for, going to county for, going to juvenile, going to the juvenile center for? Is it worth that? Ladies, is it worth getting beat up for? Is it worth getting abused? Is it worth getting pistol whipped? Being with him, is it worth that? Are you worth more than that? Men, are you worth more than what she giving you? Are you worth more than what your family giving you? Are you worth more than what life is giving you? That's the question I want y'all to dig down and really, really ask yourself. How much am I worth? How much is me, myself, worth to me? I'm worth a lot, a whole lot. And I know it. And I show it. And sometimes I have to tone it down because I know my worth and I'm going over my boundaries. But that's good. That's good to look like that because now you're setting goals. Now you're elevating yourself. It's good to set goals. Keep setting goals. It builds up your self-worth. Because when you complete your goals, it makes you feel worthy of that. It makes you feel worthy. It builds up your worth more. It raises your value more. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Youngsters, know your worth, man. It ain't worth it. Some of the stuff that I see, some of the stuff that I hear, some of the stuff that a lot of youngsters come and tell me, man, it's not worth doing. I know it's hard. I know it's messed up. But I know there's a lot of ways to do things. It took me 45 years of living, maybe less, to find that out. But I find that out there's ways to doing things, man. And the fast route is not always the easiest, best route. Yeah, it might be the easiest, but it's not the best. There's repercussions and circumstances behind the actions that you do. I want y'all to know y'all worth, man. Dig down inside. Dig down inside. And really, really ask yourself, am I worth tater tots or am I worth steak? And when you figure that out, you start going for that. You start living that. You start manifesting that. You start thinking that. You start breathing that. You start doing that. Make it happen, man. Know your self-worth. Know that some of the things that you do, it's not worth it. And some of the things that you do is worth it. And some of the things that you can do is worth it. Know your self-worth. Self-worth elevates you. Brings high vibration, raises your vibes. You got to get to know that. You got to get to know your worth. You don't know your worth, you will never ever let a person know your worth. A person will never know your worth if you don't know your worth. A person will offer you tater tots. And that's just not food, that's within life. The portion of a tater tot, because you don't know your worth and you're not showing your worth. You're showing your steak, the person gonna present a steak to you.
I gotta do whatever best for me, and what I'm doing is my destiny. You know all praises due, 'cause I'm nothing if it wasn't for you. Live life. All praises due, cause I knew it was you. Worked hard for it, but you made my dream come true. So why would I turn my back? Why would you have my back? Didn't know it then, but you was right there to cover slack.